Hello guys, welcome back Memotomori, welcome back everyone. Austeris here, our last day potentially playing for water. Well, why potentially? Because we don't know about electricity. So what happened today? We done with all DLCs, we done all the main content. Going to fight Celestials, going to fight Crate Boss, going to fight secret bosses like a Lokar, like Rashalga. Rashalga is probably the one we're gonna be starting with, and that's the whole plan. And then we have like half an hour rant about the build itself. Okay, let's go. Time to get to work. So I'm a little bit uncertain about the build's actual survivability, which is like was very good. Like survivability itself was very good in everything up until this point, right? And I'm not entirely sure in a build's offensive ability right now as well, which is also was entirely good for everything we get through. Look at this. This is chosen spellers. That's the one that we can use for Blade Arc, or could use in early game. All right, let me keep this one. Could have used an early game if I ever found one. Enchantress of Thunder. Physical damage to lightning damage. Okay, we can keep this one. Not like we're gonna be playing Eye of the Reckoning anytime soon.
2 greetings, Auster 2 Necanthrope.
And welcome, Necanthrope. Greetings, mate. Greetings.
Auster 2 greetings, Auster 2 Necanthrope.
So yeah, last day playing this build. And then we're taking a break to think about next build more seriously. Maybe even take a look at the a big maybe, but maybe can take a look at the last epoch. Meanwhile, it's probably will be disaster in terms of the servers, and you need to, in order to play the super bosses, you need to play online. I will see. Well, for now, Rashalga. First boss to vanquish. That will be Rashalga. That would be this portal over here. Right, honestly, like, I don't know what we can do better about this build right now. Like, I feel I'm at the limits of my everything. And I still don't like that offensive ability value. Like, the only thing that we discussed yesterday, we can make my Blade Arc hit and run, right, ability. So give it like 4 seconds cooldown for way more bleeding damage. And then we just kiting around and hitting. Also, what we can do, we can put 1 point to the Blitz for that hit and run tactic. Alright, so Blitz I haven't used in, like, usually people who play in a warrior, doesn't matter what kind of build they play in, the soldier I mean, they just put in at least 1 point into Blitz because it's a mobility skill, right? I feel like with Dodge and my rune over here, the Rift here, which is I also not changed into any better runes. I feel like a Blitz is just needed but not needed, right? Just not needed. But yeah, it could be good against like against the Crate Boss. You jump on a Crate Boss, you hit him, and you jump out with your mobility skill. Anyway, let's see if we can face tank Rashalga. I'll be very disappointed if you can't. So we need piercing ability, piercing over maximum. I need what, vitality, bleeding over maximum, which is we're looking okay on this. We also certify physical. Our defensive ability not that great. Okay, I don't have an overguard here. So why she's not like sundering me? She did have this defense reduction, 358, but she didn't like done any damage at all. Like you saw, my health wasn't moving at all. Like it has 7% chance to crit with that defense ability reduction. That didn't help her. Easy. Okay. So I feel this build has promise. At least in face tanking. Like always, there is no chance here. Oh my god, that's another bloody air alarm. Fuck. There's a very big one today in the morning in my region. The biggest hospital in Ukraine, the children hospital, was hit. There's already reporting 7 dead. Kids including. And there's so many Patriot anti-aircraft missile system in the world, and USA and blocking the selling to Ukraine this systems. Like, it's not about like give us please, it's just sell us please. At this point, only Germany, like some have chosen Germany. Germans so far it's like the only country who actually supply the Patriot to Ukraine. I don't know what kind of big deal they done there. The German government, that is. And by the only, I mean like 3 Patriots batteries only came from the German. But USA have hundreds of those. Super not cool. Right, what we're doing next is the Black Heart, the Locker quest. Locker doing a lot of thunder damage. Locker became dangerous like since a 1.2 patch, so you can't underestimate him. Can we beat him with this build? That's a big question. So what we're doing here, we want to craft that tallow for Black Heart, of the Heart of Darkness. So black tallow require Rift Stone. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Let's go the black tallow. And let's jump. Do we need anything? Okay, we only need the Heart of Darkness, right? And then Shandina Memento after this. Alright, right. We can't take the Memento without Heart of Darkness. Oh no, okay, never mind, we got it, never mind. I was under the impression you can't. Damn it, because you can sell it like accidentally. It's happened to me like too many times. This happens to me too many times. This portal. Obviously it's not it. Yeah, I'm so out of my element today, chat. Like, really, there was explosions here. Even heard like in this way, you know, silent, like, you know, like distant explosions. But that's when the capital was hit. And I just like, was watching the news right before the stream. And I don't have a words for it. I just don't have a words. Alright, we got the Heart of Darkness, got everything here. What else? What else? We need to get the zombie out of somehow. This probably would be the hardest things to do. Right. We also want to get The sword, right, Borrowholm. Let's collect the sword for the locker fight.
Can't do that yet.
Right. Running. I don't care about those plebs so far. Care about how like, we can get the zombie out. Like, I have too many auras. Okay, maybe not that many actually. If you're not getting too close, right? If they're not hitting me, we're not applying any bleed in. So we can just like escort the zombie normal, potentially. All right, there is the urn. Just got spammed right in the middle of nowhere, and we're out of here. Jumping back. So we'll see about the zombie. Next is Mogodran. After Lockhart is a Mogodran. And we don't have a resistance enough for Mogodran as well. There's another problem there. There's another bloody problem. Okay, so first stop. This way over here. It's blocked as well. Wonderful. Okay, we can, as well, we can kill those guys, so they're not gonna be staying in my way. Not blocking my zombie. I'm not gonna be getting on that side from here, am I? Okay, let's just get around. There's 3 spawning points for a zombie. I know about 2, like I constantly remember 2, but the 3rd one I have a problem with. It should be like somewhere in this area. I do believe somewhere in this area. Damn it, like, run away. Or was it the wrong way? Actually, I maybe wanted to be like down there. With this exit here. Wait, is it a zombie? It's not a zombie. Some raffled thing. Okay, is this the place where the zombie could be? Oh, there it is. Wonderful. We got him first try. Is he already dead? Okay, let's clear the area. Because like unlike in previous patch, right? Previous patches like long time ago, he's not getting attacked by other monsters here. So as long as we just run forward and clear the area, should be able to escort him no problem. That's how it works before, but now it's just you don't really care about that. As long as it's not hitting you accidentally.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, got to the area cleared. Let's go back to the zombie. Let's bring him home. A sacrifice. There you go. Make sure he's not like too close to hit you. Yes, I think if he hits me, he's just gonna melt from this bleed. Hey, Gavin? Come on, dude. Get here into the trap. Nice, nice, nice. Right, Lokar. Here we go. Or maybe not, because there's a bunch of stuff to clear here as well before Lokar. Yeah, we don't care about the shrine, but this is like another shrine you can get your hands on. I don't think, is it like a normal difficulty as well? I think it's like happening, is there only ultimate? Or starting from elite? I don't think the shrines there are normal, but maybe I'm mistaken. I mean, haven't been playing through the whole normal for a while. Well, we never been playing for a normal to begin with. We always were playing on a veteran. It's just a huge time waste.
Can't do that yet.
We're gonna be cleaning everything over here, because there are some chests involved at the end of this game.
I can't do that yet.
Did we get enemies? Okay, yes. Some fumble attacks. Yeah, fumble. Yeah, those guys can do that. Get a little bit poisoned. So usually this area over here is, because of all those like stones here, this area can put you in, well, even some of the good builds can put really, well, low after, but doesn't look like we're taking any damage with this build at all. By good build I mean a good DPS build. Okay. Not like tier 1 build, like, yeah, I don't think a tier 1 build would have much of a problem with this. So far, this build we have here is really close to the tier 1 mark. Actually, we'll see how it's gonna deal with Celestials. Can we actually say this is generally tier 1 build? Maybe on the lower side, because the DPS not there. But survivability is looking good. And like I mentioned before, survivability was my main point for this. I did want to get it as much as you possibly can. Who would have thought that Blade Arc would be such a decent skill, actually. Alright, so we're here for the chests. Just in case they contain some legendaries. I got scammed. As always, like that's what we get, like scammed. Nothing more, nothing less. Or say nothing more. Okay. There was a blue item. Probably don't care much about, but I pick it up. There are some good blue items, right? Even on this build, we're using this blue set of rings with Anton Carnage. Okay, look at that stone. Trying to play hard. Good luck with that. Yeah, our health gen is 2100, a little bit higher than that. And I was mentioning yesterday, it's really is good to have that much health gen, even on ultimate difficulty. It feels like it's doing something. Okay, Lockar, we don't have a portal. Oh my god, it's fine. So it's just face tanking him. He gonna hit me hard like. So is it Lockar Thunder? Okay, Thunder 49. So Lockar Thunder didn't improve with the patch here, right? So it's not like 30% more damage, like for super bosses. So they not consider Lockar to be a super boss, huh? Okay. Apparently we can't face tank him like for too long, huh? Yeah. Even with my shield up.
Can't do that yet.
Apparently it's hard. You saw how much damage he was dealing there. Overgot and the Manhur Bastion. Need to be careful. Okay, just he taken a lot of like 121, 125 damage from bleeding. So he just beat that one, but oh well. I mean, we killed him, but that face tanking. So first of all, defensive ability, right? Even without him decreasing it, he has like 6% chance to crit me, and Celestial we have more, right? Offensive ability, we did have a chance to crit him, but yeah, that was quite a few points of damage there. Damage taken 6500 here, the highest one for me so far. So that's like even with the crits, it's not really that much. But couldn't like stay in one place under constant reduction of everything, and the thunder damage. Totally, like Lockar became like way more dangerous than he was before. Iskander Hood, apparently I didn't have like this one yet. Oh well. Elemental damage plus 2 to Arcanist. Yeah. It's Call to Fire for Sky Shards. It's another skill I haven't tried yet. Oh, well, Lockar down. And I don't know why we exit there. It's fine. We're gonna be fighting Mogadran next, which is like I probably have the most concern about, because he has the. Yeah, let's take a look at the Mogadran. Like, for people who watch on YouTube, maybe for people who don't understand how the boss works yet. So what we're dealing with? What we're dealing here? First of all, for people who are watching on YouTube, there is this cool site called the Grim Tools, and they have like build calculator, item database, and monster database there. So if you go to the monster database, you can find out like what kind of stats of the super bosses you're gonna be fighting with has. So our Terra Mogadran, there's also listing his attacks and stuff. So first of all, his offensive ability is 3300. So it's like 500 more than my defensive ability. So he gonna be critting me. He gonna be critting me quite hard. His defensive ability 3300 as well, and our offensive ability 28. So unless we're gonna align this Mogadran Howl Wolf from Constellation, Mogadren Wolf Constellation, Howl, and Fighting Spirit at the same time, we're not guaranteed even to hit him. So like our health leech will be reduced because we're not hitting, we're not health leeching. Alright. Next thing, that he's doing a lot of lightning damage. So we're doing a bleeding damage here. He has 94 bleeding resistance %. We can remove this bleeding resistance to 96%.
Rune of the Dark Progenitor really helps.
Yeah, minus defensive and offensive, right? I'm tomorrow saying. Yeah, like we don't have that one. We don't have that one, and we're just using a normal one, anyway. So it helps. It helps. We have a minus offensive ability or minus defensive ability on Mogadren Wolf, right? And there's minus offensive ability on something else, I believe, on Rand. So like his actual offensive ability and defensive ability will be lower by those stats. 94 bleeding resistance. Like I say, if we align everything else, we have a minus 96 bleeding resistance. So we can resist. We can even get him to minus resistance in a good case. But it will be like something 20 resistance over here. What we're worrying about, this 80 flat 80 reduction of target elemental resistance for 5 seconds. That's huge because we only have 59 over the maximum lightning resistance. So our lightning resistance would be dropping really low, fighting Mogadren. Well, really low, like 50 to 50 something %, is it? 59? Instead of being at 80 when he get the buff over here. So that's one thing I'm worrying about it. Okay, so they're saying this base damage over here based on a patch here, right? They're saying it's based on a patch, but it's not. Because, okay, so this is some old stats for his damage here. Because look at this. It's listing thunder damage as 65%, but it's actually thunder damage right now is 92%. It's 92. We checked it in the previous build. Right, we didn't correct difficulty correct level 118. So yeah, that's other thing. So this one, 92% of thunder damage with reduction of your elemental resistance by 80%. This is what dealing damage with in that fight. Right, so that's about the Celestial, the super boss we're gonna be fighting. The same. So at this point we don't need like, for example, piercing resistance, or we don't need vitality resistance, or like easy resistance. Let's see what we have. Easy and chaos resistance. We can remove easy and chaos resistance and put myself and give myself something like powder that giving me more lightning resistance. Alternatively,
hey, got any more scrap?
we also can craft. We also can craft the oil. Alright, in this current patch you can only get one oil. But there's a Storm Shroud ointment that can give you lightning resistance, or reduction in electricity duration. So we can craft this one. It's require rigid shell. So that's like how we can battle him with missing some resistances from powder. You just can craft the oil. Usually there's a bunch of other useful oils. So before this patch, right, you can stack the oils here. There's, like I say, a bunch of useful one. Like the blood fan oil will be good for me for my bleeding damage. Bleeding damage 100% with increased duration. And what else we have here that's useful? Then we have this Elixir of Ancient plus 40 offensive ability. Then we have this elixir of drag hole, 40 offensive and defensive, which is any kind of offensive gonna be helping me. Alright, attack speed, elixir of hunt, can stack this. Those elixirs, however, had like what, 30-second duration? 30 seconds? So now they're 900, but you only can use one. And also, Lifestealer oil. Okay, Lifestealer oil got buffed, right? So there's the Royal Jelly Bomb for more health regen, which is good for my build. There was this Jelly Essence for health, 8% more health, which is also good. Going fighting super bosses. The Energy Regen Jelly, 3 Energy Regen, increased Energy Regen. Also good because we have problems with energy right now. There's more health regen, so you can stack all of those and more health regen, and then additional 800 health, so you can stack all of those for the fight and make you way more powerful that you go in there. So they removed this debuff from you right now in the current 1.2.1 patch, making a lot of builds actually less capable to fight Celestials, because as well they get in the more the bosses getting more thunder damage at the same time, right? So there's that. Okay, let's go. We're gonna be trying to fight it as it is without any oils here. I'm gonna be trying to fight him with my resistance, like I say, as it is. And see how this is gonna go, guys. Alright, so I want to experiment for science, let's say. So see how the build can perform without, because you can't really rely much on oils. The only oil I probably want is health, like additional 800 health. Gonna help me maybe in the faster fights, like fighting a Ravager and fighting Kalagadra. Yeah, we're cleaning the area. In case we are gonna be need to kite, just in case. Because you probably would, let's be honest.
Have you come to pay your respects, mortal?
After locker fight, it does look like we would need to carry this guy a little bit here and there, especially when the sun they're gonna strike. But at first I'm gonna be trying like to face tank him in the same place. Okay, let's go. This guy didn't attack the bastard. Yeah, because he's dealing like alright damage and he didn't even sunder me yet. Let's go Sunder. Okay, Sunder just killed me right immediately. So it's just killing me like from 0 to hero right away. That's all for survivability.
48 Wednesday.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
That's all experimentation. So damage dealt. Okay, I don't know. Like it's saying damage taken is 6500 here. It's still a sign. Like, so what just happened there? Huh? What just happened there? That's another question. Let's take a look at this art. Oh my god, dude. No, we don't.
You might have taken multiple of those hits within a second.
Uh-huh, that's probably what happened, okay. There it goes, so... I want to speed down here. So looking at my health. Oh my god, button. Health 21k. So looking at the buffs over here. So I have like all this stuff here. There it goes. Elemental resistance reduction here. So I'm like 50 something. There goes reduction to my resistance. Still like full health. Okay, there's a thunder. No, mate, it's just one shot at me. It just one shot at me. Look at this. It's really hard to.
The pigs hit you in the butt.
Look at this. 21k. One hit and a second hit. Health just disappeared. It's just like, yeah, you don't have any health anymore. Like all of this health regen. That's all. This is my best like build in terms of like face stunting, dude. Like, and it just got deleted.
You clearly need more health.
It just got deleted. Yeah, how do we get that, mate? 22k. We can use that 800 potion, right? It's not even a health problem. So let's try to give me this 30% lightning resistance over here. Right. So getting that lightning resistance.
Shaman health buffs maxed.
Yes. It's like 200 health or 500 health from the shaman buff, like not gonna be helping there. Let's be honest. It's a soft cap, but it's not gonna be helping 1%. Because here when he just got deleted instantly. Alright, my health regen also not helping. Okay, let's say it was because we didn't have like over 80% lightning resistance. Now we have. Now we have. Now it should be better, alright. Okay, so we also have a defensive ability, right? So he has a huge chance to crit me. He's like literally, but it's so hard to have like a good offensive on him and at the same time good defensive. It's just impossible. Alright. We can get a buff defensive by removing the arcane spark, for example. So it's like defensive ability 40, so we can get another 80 defensive ability. 80 bloody hell. It's not much at all. Alright. And the shield damage block also. We should don't forget we have a shield damage block as additional health over there. So basically, where's my shield starts? So we have 50% chance to block. Damage blocked 1400, right? The block recovery 28%. We also have dodge chance, which is not gonna work against Mogadran. But every time I'm pressing my overguard, which is last in Lord, it's additional like 35 100 health basically, more or less every what 0.3 seconds. Well, anyway, let's go. Okay, let's go overguard. Okay, also damage absorption, right? From a Manker wall. Alright, like we face Duncan, but like we're really close to dropping like a super low here and there.
That skill's not ready.
Alright, can't really like face tank matches out my overguard over there. have like another air alarm here. Is my mana keeping up? Okay, Overgod is over there. Mentor wheel. Overgod for 2 seconds. Gets myself Overgod again. Mentor wheel in 10. Keeping that potion active. Okay, going Overgod. Overgod is out. Okay, here we go, Overgod.
That skill's not ready.
Mentor ball. Let's do the Overgod.
That skill's not ready.
There could have been a problem over here. Okay, it goes Overgod again. No Overgod. Mentor wheel.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, Overgod. Got him to half of his health. Yeah, like trying to juggling those skills over here, okay. Overgod. No Overgod, come on, come on, come on, use the potion. 14k. And yeah. So we're juggling his health. So the health, like the resistances were a problem, right? In the first place, the resistances were a problem.
Devouring Swarm.
No, my resistances were the problem. Lightning resistance. So that's why like we just got like one-shotted there into the thunder. Because well, that additional 30 resistance we're getting from here, it did help you. So like we face him for quite a lot, for quite a long here. It's still 65k here, 6500. But another weak point is defensive ability, right? He just critting me for quite a lot. He just critting me for quite a lot sometimes. It's so like how my health was bouncing. Overgod. It's a combination of Overgod plus Mentor Bastion when he ran out of Overgod does helping here and there. But there just was one mistake. I don't know, like what happened? Did I just not hit him fast enough to get my health leash, or did I miss because they're not guaranteed a chance to hit him? If my star's not alight, 85% chance to hit, no crit. So there's one thing about it. There's one thing about this that didn't align well, and we died there. So basically what I'm saying, even with this combination, going really hard on offensive, the build just can't reliably face tank it. It just can't reliably face tank the guy. However, if that was in the previous, if you played this build in a previous patch, alright, when his thunder damage wasn't like 92%, but it actually was lower by 30%, I don't think we'll have a problem yet. So if we have a problem the moment he hit that resistance reduction plus... Okay, we don't have a problem with resistance reduction anymore. So the moment he hit in this thunder damage, that's where my health started jumping, and his crit, especially if he crit into that. Alright. And now imagine if he didn't have the that additional 30% income damage. I think it will be like face tanking him more reliably with this build. So what this patch did, like I mentioned before, it didn't make like more builds. It didn't create diversity of available builds to play. It just make even lesser pool of builds that could go and kill Celestials. That's what it did. It decreased the pool of builds who can fight the super bosses now. So what else we can do? We can kite him. Like we can go and do the thing like we do the kiting. Which I don't really want to. But like we discussed before, there is this tactic we can utilize. Let's see how it's gonna be working. If you can use it on the Mogadren,
you could try it on normal difficulty, Kappa.
Why would do it on normal difficulty, mate?
I sense turmoil within
So
you.
what if we can do to is to fight specifically Celestials? Alright, we can
Safe journey.
bloody hell. We can remove this points in decorative soldiers. Like say I'm removing 2 points in decorative soldiers.
Safe journey.
Alright, we still have enough of my elemental resistances of a maximum. 83 of a maximum for lighting. We still have enough for that. And we can put those 2 points into... 1 point is going to bleeds. Alright, so it's gonna be mobility skill. Another point is going to clean sweep. So it's putting lowering my DPS significantly, but getting me a lot of bleeding damage, 106 bleeding damage per second. So we just hit and run. So putting this on the bleeds.
Get more health to Heart of Oak and military conditioning. You might need it, laughing face.
No, mate, I will not need 500 more health, man. That's not gonna make this build more consistent. Right, so like over the 200k, 20k health already like should be enough for any super boss fights. At least it was before. Now with this additional 30% of thunder damage. 2 health will not get me helping you much. 2k, even 2k. If you need to sacrifice something else for it, obviously.
And this was a boss which is not doing physical damage, which has been greatly reduced.
Yeah, it's not doing physical damage, but like it's thunder damage still there. So we hit him and we get out of here. And we just like waiting for him to bleed. We get over here, hit him, and we out. Waiting for him for bleed. Alright. Make sure like I put in some devouring swarm on him. Damn it, like I hit wrong target over there. So like we can just do like normal like a safe face stonking on this. And let him suffer with that bleed. And he's dying mildly fast, like let's say he's dying over there pretty fast. Faster, maybe faster than when I was just staying and just attacking him into it. Which is frustrating, yeah. We have increased duration of this bleeding effect.
We can't do that yet.
Yeah, we didn't hit him. We didn't hit him with the bleeding. It's fine. Dude, like, those other plebs stay in my way. I just want to bleed your boss here. Come on. Don't you dare to just stay on my way. Like this is so much safer, right? I didn't even like put myself to to any low. But it's again like this build is supposed to face tank. This guild is supposed to face tank. Get out. Okay, make sure we're hitting him with Devouring Swarm here and there.
You could do this without all those overguard, Menhir and shield skills.
Here, yeah.
Can't do that.
Yes, yes, I can do it. Like, why do you even need those defensive skills? Yeah, there's too many plebs here. Get out. I want to get to the boss. I want to bleed him a little bit. It's getting hard to get there and apply the bleed.
Can't do that yet.
There we go. Get me out of here. He's on half of the health. If I slow it down and was dealing him damage over here.
That skill's not ready.
Because it's getting harder and harder to get to the guy. I'm hitting some random targets along the way. Like I'm not utilizing my shield charge that much. Come on, Devouring Swarm. So he's on 13. Didn't hit him, he just ran away like a coward he is.
That skill's not ready.
Make sure there's a Devouring Swarm connected. No need like to face stun him here.
That skill's not
Reapply
ready.
the bleed. He's on 12 millions. So that's like how I was like planning to fight the crate boss, right? Goes there with the blitz, hit him once, and rinse and repeat. Just make sure all the resistance reductions are applying to this guy as well. That's like 169 million health. So he's just bleeding. He's just bleeding. He's just bleeding to death, and it's like so much like more safer. I still want to. Okay, like I'm got myself into
That skill's not ready.
bloody mess over there. Where's the guy?
Can't do that.
Bleed, bleed, bleed. I don't see the guy. That's the problem. Too many dead bodies. Too many everything. Okay. Okay, there we go. A big hit I need. Put this devouring swarm. Make sure we're doing it alright. So reducing his resistances here and there.
Not really a prime application of Blade Arc, hitting single targets. Alternating Blitz and Rush runes would work better, I guess. Hit and wait. Laughing face.
Alternative Blitz and the Rush runes would be, well, yeah, obviously. It's just like I can't really like perform as a blitz. Like it's just the button here is kind of awkward. I put it in the mouse button, but it's not a good button. So blitz for me is like main skill. I like the blitz on number 1. All right, so like I'm messing my skill rotation here a little bit. If you didn't notice, shot. We're taking a safe approach, like super safe approach. Get out. Didn't hit him with that devouring swarm.
I can't do that yet.
Keep hitting him with the devouring swarm. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
There we go. He's near the devouring swarm. It's too many enemies. Where's the bastard? Get bleed. Bleed to death, please. It's almost there. So honestly, like when I was just hitting him normally, it doesn't feel like our killing speed decreases that much. Just I guess so much more bleed doing the job. Make sure he has the devouring swarm on him. So 2 million health. This is like I say, yeah. Defy the purpose of the build. This is like another way to use the build, but like Memento Mori mentioned here, I don't need the overguard or anything for this. I just don't need all these defensive skills. It's just a health leash is doing the job. I'm not sure if that if you do even need like a if you do need the health regen in this case.
That skill's not ready.
It's almost there. Imagine me dying here. Trying to play more heroic. Come on, like, you just need to reapply that bleed, dude. Like, get out. Where is the bastard? Don't even see him anymore. Okay, he's been on this 200k for a while. Did we hit him? We didn't hit him with a bleed again.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, there we go, there's a hit. And he's dead. So yeah, Mogadran killed with a slightly different variation of the build. Alright, we still need to use the Storm Shroud potion over here. Alright, we reset the Mogadran. So it's like, I don't know how long this fight took us. Let's try, so I was thinking, can we do the same thing with the previous version of the build? But this time around, we just not getting myself caught in the thunder. That's what you can do. Face tanking, but not getting caught in the thunder.
What troubles you?
So basically, we removing the points from here and removing the points from here.
Farewell.
Getting into okay, military condition. More points into veterancy. I can do it veterancy. So the shaman getting that additional health, 21 and 29 can go up there. Can get more points into the Warren Swarm. Right. So it's like we got like what, 150 health with this? It's not really gonna be delivering that. Anyway. So we improve my health condition a little bit. So we're gonna be going back to Mogadran and try to fight him a different way, like not fully face tanking, but avoiding his damage by jumping out of the thunder. So our bleeding is 50k instead of 100k that it was before.
That skill's not ready.
That would we have here.
That skill's not ready.
I don't really want to face this guy, but he just need to go and jump into my way. But yeah, ultimately face tanking, even with a shield, even with so much of health regen, did failed. Need more like defensive ability for that to work. And by more, I mean like way more, like 3200. Good luck with that. We like put almost all points into physique here as well, as we always do.
Have you come to pay your respect?
How you're alive? Well, see about that. What?
Have you come to pay your respects, mortal? Have you?
Wait, we can't. Wait, what? Wait, what? I can't fight him again? Wait, what?
Mortal?
Nani? Seems that I have underestimated you, mortal. You have stronger body and spirit. That's good. You will need in the trials ahead. No, like, I mean... let's fight again, dude. What are you saying? I don't care about this. I want to try. So, wait a minute. I never done it before, like, go and fight Mogadran after we killed him. But apparently you can't? What? So I think we can perform with this build as well, if he just dodges a thunder and do the same like what I was doing before, but we have more time like just attacking him, right? So I can attack, just stay there with my defensive skills, hit thunder, we jump out of thunder, move him away from thunder and go to attacking again. It's kind of also tedious because he's not always going to be moving away from Sunder that fast. But overall, I think we can beat him in this variation of the build as well, with the same tactic, but a little bit more face tanking. Okay. Unfortunately,
Have you come to pay your respects, mortal?
don't make. I mean, he's not getting like aggro on me anymore. Bloody hell. Okay, Ravager next. Ravager next. It's another build that we can face
Laughing
tank.
face, told you.
Where? Why did it? When?
That he does not want to fight again.
Oh, did you?
Once you beat him.
Can't remember, mate. This is like, this is literally happened to me first time. Like we decided to fight Mogudren second time after we beat him. Bloody coward. That's what he is. That's what he is. Okay, so a Ravager fight. Let's say we beat the Mogudren with this build, but not in the way we wanted him to beat. Yeah.
Hey, got any more scrap metal?
So what we want here for a Ravager fight? We want more health, right? We want more health, so it's Jelly, the one that giving me 800 health flat. This one, okay, this one. So let's go and grab this. So another thing you could use in Mogudren fight, right, when we died, you could have used that easy cluster, so they get the damage absorption, but it's extremely hard to know the timing, right? You saw like our health which jungling so much in the first try on this build, well, second try
Maybe
technically.
resetting the game helps. Else, other difficulty.
Yeah, other difficulty we probably for sure, but it doesn't really matter fighting him in other difficulties. I think ultimate elite difficulty is still the same, right? He still have the same power as an ultimate. It just has to work. At least according to database, but database not always correct. As you saw right now. First we need to retrieve the hearts. Again, we don't have it. We don't have those hearts prepared yet. But let's go and look for. Okay, nothing here. Let's check this big area over here. Don't remember if the guy can even spawn here, but just to make sure.
I can't do that yet.
That we didn't like miss any options. Okay, doesn't look like there is any hearts to be found. To be gorged out of living chests. Nothing here. Okay, there's the one. There's the one. Come here, give me your heart. Next portal. So next portal, we just jump in here as well? Like, could be over here. Oh, it's just the same guy who spawned over here, spawning in this place. So what we need like, to find him like over here, and next one we're gonna find him like over here. Okay, I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works. So let's go and check out this place. After the Coven. Is any heart here to collect? Check the dark corners. No heart here. Don't see any quest mark in this place, is there? I should look on the mini-map as well from time to time. So in the dark areas, they will not show the quest on the map if you didn't discover that area, but you're gonna show it on the mini-map. Okay, and ain't here, most likely. What about this place? There's a whole huge area. I skipped somehow last time. Okay,
I like it when two of them are together.
I don't think this happened to me that often. Just can't remember in any like last tries. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's the second heart. Obviously we're gonna be fighting Ravager of Flash this time around as well. People tend to talk about him. Oh my god, this fucker go and just kill him.
Skill's not ready.
Tend to say he's the easiest Ravager, but
Mind.
the mind doing what, like Isser damage? I don't have like Isser assistance
Flesh
at all.
is for noobs, carrot.
But Flash is testing your physical resistance, is it? Which we need. Should need to be tested. Okay, we'll probably jump in a
What
burrow from
physical
here.
resistance?
35%? This build has 35% and...
You want all those nullifying totems. Laughing
I
face.
can't do that yet.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Right, he should be like somewhere in this area. Somewhere. Let's see him.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, easy hearts. Didn't spend like half an hour looking for those guys. That's already that's already good.
I can't do that yet.
So let's say like we couldn't face tank Mogadran, but if we can face tank Ravager, I'll be so pissed about it. If I need to use on this like tankish build, hit and run tactic again. This is like all down the drain. All this build planning for survivability. Okay, before we get the guy, alright. Let's check him out in a browser. Yeah. After Mogadran. So what we want, a Ravager. Rebecca, what? Ravager of Flesh, right? There's Ravager of Minds, to what he's proposing us to do, which is dealing Minds is dealing elemental damage, huh? Elemental vitality, minus 25 resistances to everything. There's vitality, poison. Has like all interesting abilities.
The Souls guy is also fun.
Right, so the Ravager Flash level 118 ultimate difficulty, 94 bleeding resistance,
That's
which is
flesh to monotone.
not a problem for us. He's dealing physical damage, which is greatly reduced, and my build have a lot of armor and physical resistance as well, 35%. So In this case, we should be able to face tank him no problem at all, because his physical damage was greatly reduced in this patch. Yeah? And we should be surviving this. So what to look here for? Okay, so he has 12% physical reduction. He's doing bleeding and vitality, and he has a minus 25 bleeding and vitality reduction. So we need to be sure that my bleeding and vitality something around 20+% up. So in terms of like Mugadran fight, getting that resistance to actually 80% after reduction was crucial not to die in that easily. So Thunder, they say in 75% Thunder, but it's not 75. It's like, again, it's 92. It's bloody 92. Like, why the 75 over here? Okay, we need to pause the game and see about the Thunder. Have a lot of bleeding. 7k for 8 seconds. If you hit with that. And that's basically what was. Okay, he also have this one. The buff that reduces my offensive ability. So we're not gonna be like critting him at all with this. And we'll have a trouble to hit him in basically. If my star's not aligning with Battle Spirit. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Do we need to honorably face tank him or dishonorably run and hit and run?
Yes, it is Ravager. I do not know.
So we want a T-Weld here.
Who shall serve as the Rav? He is brash and prone to anger.
Revered with the Burford. Right, so we also want to buff myself with the health here. 800 health is putting myself to more mana and 22k and an 800 health overall.
What is this little thing that stands before me?
So you do not impress me. And misguidedly, oh my god, like my nose is so scratchy. Misguidedly attack him. Okay, let's go. So the one problem I see right now. I don't have enough energy. That's all. That's all.
Laughing face, laughing face, laughing face.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, right? Like, this is... So, like, energy leash?
I can't do that yet.
Can like even like use my skills because not enough energy.
Character power outage.
Your soul is mine.
So like I want a Thunder, 91%, not 75 as they mentioned there. It's 95.
You are not tanking.
How we can tank with no energy, mate?
That skill's not ready.
Just all. So staying on that shit and there's no energy. Again, against the Ravager, probably a previous version of the build will be like way better, right? So just staying on that.
I don't have enough energy.
Just staying on those blood pools. I can tank him for a little bit. But there's a blood pools. It's messing with my energy greatly. Come here. Let's stock near this stone. Make sure I'm not like on the blood pool. Got him like to 10, okay, not really 10 millions yet. Energy, energy, energy. Well, regard. Watch out with the energy.
Your soul is mine.
Well, regard. We're gonna face tank. We got like 10 millions of his health.
That skill's not ready.
10 millions. Way more to go again against staying on that blood pool. So it's feeling like we're more tanky, but not really.
Do that yet.
Energy. At least my health didn't drop in that much, right? Even when he's going to his thunder damage. So maybe his physical damage was greatly reduced after all. Oh, he just built so good. But yeah, this time we just can't face tanking because of my energy.
Can't do that yet.
Yeah. Can like truly feel if it's possible or not, because we're just constantly running out of energy.
Difficult to tell because you're immediately running away when taking damage, laughing face.
That's what I'm saying, like. Well, running away because, well, don't want to get. It's definitely more tanky than the previous build. Yeah. Okay, no energy, no energy. So I face tank him into that thunder attack. Yes, we did.
Can't do that.
No energy again, bloody hell. Energy. Try to rotate it not to stay in the blood pools. Got him to half of his health. The blood pool, come here.
That skill's not ready.
Now the blood pool. More blood pools. Get the energy. Like this homing projectiles. Don't really want to hit them. It's like not that much of a damage, but it's a thunder. So again, I think that the version of the build that we fight Morgadran with is apply any more bleeding, way more bleeding damage to him.
That skill's not
It
ready.
would be way better here, is it? Way better against single target like this. Oh, okay, I messed up. Fuck. I messed it up again. Oh, we can beat him, but yeah, that was bad move on my part. So like, we got him like 5 minutes, right? It was 5 minutes fight. We got him into what? Like half of his health in 5 minutes. Can we do better with a different version of the build? That's a question. So if you switch into like say to
I
this
sense turmoil within
run and
me.
gun thing. Turmoil in me, she senses. She said. Don't even ask here. Like removing this
Stay
point.
strong.
Don't even take any bleeds anymore. And we just put in this over here. Alright. Jumping back. The Bergholm. Be back in a moment, chat. Air alarm also aware. Alright, are we good? We're back. Okay, so new version, the different version of the build. Let's jump in. More bleeding this time. Like I say, we don't need to hit him over and over. Just applying this over the 100% bleeding. Alright. And keep and keep him occupied with devouring swarm. An occasional war cry. Okay, more health, more mana. The mana we do need for face tanking this guy, but we don't need the mana here. Just for hitting him. Like, was this even the stuff about Ravager reducing your mana? Was this even in a description here? The mana leech. Let's see. Fatality reduce enemy health. Bleeding damage per second, damage to Eldritch and stuff. Ravager presence, reduction enemy health regeneration. Alright, single attack, bleeding thunder. Then leech. Okay, there it is. Fire area projectiles. That's a bleeding. Okay, damage to Eldritch, damage to magical. And energy leech 265 per second. Okay, so 16-second duration. So there was that attack there. And it's happening from those blood pools.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
We're applying the bleed. We're applying the bleed. Don't care about anything else. So he's like already minus 2 millions. With it. We absolutely don't care about my health regen here, like I say. Let's go in there, reducing the resistances as well. Okay, so sometimes we can miss, right? That's the problem. We can miss sometimes. But because the bleed is our skill cooldown is 4 seconds, less than 4 seconds, and bleed duration is almost 10 seconds. So like missing once or twice doesn't really matter. Look at this. This is way faster. Oh my god, this is like way faster. That shit like hit me. It's already like what 10 million health out. It's barely doing anything here.
That skill's not ready.
19 million. But like the bleeding is just killing the guy. Make sure we are applying the debuffs here. Don't overstay your welcome. So here's half of the health. The thing that took me like 5 minutes here. We got him like under the minute, is it? To the same point. $15 million. This is like so much easier. But this is like not different from my range builds, you know. This is not really different from my range builds. Apart that we need to tank at least one of his attack here. Get wrecked.
I can't do that yet.
I would say there is pretty much no faster tanking or shield mastery involved.
Yeah, apart like when he's hit me, like I may be like protecting myself from a little bit of damage with the shield, maybe. And then if I accidentally got sundered, I can use overguard to boost my health leech over here, right?
You could do more by dual wielding, probably.
Now I can do more by
Or two-handed.
two-handed, right? I can dual wield here.
Can't do that yet.
There's a two-handed weapon with the blade arc bleeding damage, alright. It will be like completely destroying the celestials. If I can do like already so much with one-handed weapon. Yeah. But DPS just slow it down, did it? Not hitting him like much with that bleed. Okay, just 10 million health left. Make sure the devouring swarm is there.
Howdy gamers.
Howdy medic pinners, welcome mate.
Ulster 2 greetings.
Welcome to this face tanking, health regen, survival, not moving from one place build.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah, like none of them is working with this apparently.
Seems fun, Kappa.
No, none of that is working in this current meta. So just space tank. We tried the Mogadran, and we tried the Ravager. Ravager problems with energy leech, but still we did die on both trying to face tank them. So we just switching with hit and run tactic.
Can't do that yet.
Just applied build. Make sure you're like using the debuff on him. It's like working better. It's actually doing way more damage as well instead of face tanking. Like no kidding. Like it's killing enemy like way
Just
faster.
use Gut Smasher and hit him every 2 minutes while running around a stone like a headless chicken.
I can't do that yet.
Your soul is mine.
Okay, applying the bleed. He's like what 5 million
That skill's
already.
not ready.
Reapplying the bleed. Reapplying the bleed. So a relatively like fast, easy kill on the Ravager. Better than my area of the Reckoning. Way better, despite that the build had a lot of resistance reduction and more than 500,000 DPS. And it's not even like, you know, not even maximum potential of the build, because like Tomori mentioned, it'll be probably way more damage if you use the two-handed weapon on here. We're just gonna kill the guy and we jump on the database to check out that two-handed weapon. Well, shield. Okay, so let's be honest. Shield giving me some bleeding damage as
Gut
well.
Smasher again.
Yeah. So we need to check it if I have it in the database in my Grimdon stash. I mean, so by checking, I mean like you're gonna be checking it like against this guy. Okay, he's almost down there. So what are you gonna say? Like Ravager, Mogadren, pretty easy fight with his builds. Like you don't even need to do anything. Just make sure he just die from bleeding. Like pretty easy fight shot. No challenge. Also with this, okay, my highest damage dealt 281k still, but yeah, no challenge. No challenge at all. Okay, there's Caligadra left yet. I'm gonna be trying Caligadra again with the
You are doing fine
shield
as
build.
long as you are not using the build as intended. Laughing face.
Yes, that's the thing. As long as you're not using the build as intended for health regen and face tanking and So the Gut Smasher. The Gut Smasher. The Gut Smasher. Blade Arc. Which is going Blade Arc here. I'm gonna check out those available options. Alright, it's going a two-handed weapon. Maces, shields, two-handed swords. Blade Arc, Blade Arc, Blade Arc. Let's see. Guillotine. What's doing with the Blade Arc? Skill cooldown, recharge from Blade Arc, huh? Bleeding resistance, siphon souls. So there's a Gut Smasher, but it's a mace, so we're not getting myself the buff from Berserker Constellation, huh? So we have two soldiers or occultists. I have the Reckoning. Weapon damage to Blade Arc, bleeding damage every seconds to Blade Arc, 120. Weapon damage via storms, bleeding damage via Reckoning. I have Reckoning. A sort of I have Reckoning. Okay, so what I thought, however, is this one, Korvik Celestial Herbalt. Yeah, This is what I thought about, first and foremost. So it's a spear, alright, and Berserker working with the spear and axes. Is that a physical? So +4 to Blade Arc. Physical damage to Blade Arc. Is there damage? Okay, vital damage. Okay, it's a physical damage. Vitality converted to physical to Blade Arc. Physical. Okay, never mind. It's not doing a bleeding there. It's not doing the bleeding there at all. So maybe the shield and sword is a better version of the bleeding. Yeah, like it's physical. So like the Gut Smasher doing bleeding. And this is just okay. Let's see if I have let's check the Gut Smasher and just check it out. What kind of damage it's gonna be changing into? Unless I'm missing something else here. Because like I said, the shield also giving me that bleeding damage to Blade Arc. Quite a bit. Right, okay. So let's launch my Grimdawn stash. There we go, there we go. We're looking for everything. Name the God Smasher. There's no lady tour. So just get two of those. Two of those here. And let's just compare it of how much of bleeding damage per second we can get with a God Smasher if we replace those two weapons here. Alright, yeah. In this current duration of the build, when my Blade Arc is has a cooldown. So we have this 106k bleeding right now.
I'll keep you stash.
Max, we're taking that God Smasher. Where it is? Oh, the better one, 600. Eternal Trauma, 396 bleeding damage. Chaos to physical, Lighten to physical, 20 attack speed, +2 to soldier. Bleeding over savagery. Okay, so bleeding to 300 to the Blade Arc. Okay, right, yeah. We can take it over here. Let's put it over here. So it's 71k bleeding. We don't have a Seal of Blades on it, which is another bleeding damage, and we don't have the Orlean Favor in it. Alright, so
I'll
like,
keep an eye on this.
let's say we put in the Favor here. Orlean's Favor. Oh my God, where's my... That's not a shit. There it is. I bet it's like for one-handed, so we need a two-handed stuff here. It's just a Black
I'll
Legion.
hold on to that for you.
Okay, it's a Black Legion. Let's craft
Hey,
the
got
Blade
any
Seal.
more scrap metal?
Seal of Blades. Seal of Blades. So I put it over here. Let's see,
Bring me
74.
back any blueprints you find.
74k bleeding damage. So like the problem, like I said, our devotion over here not working for Berserker, and it's like adding quite a bit of bleeding damage over there as well as in bleeding duration. We also by devotion not working, we also losing this offensive ability over here. So I don't think that the two-handed version is gonna work here better than my shield and sword. Right, this is just better. This is just better. Anyway, guys. Next stop is Caligandra. Next stop
Got
is
something
Caligandra.
stashed?
Are we gonna be face tanking Caligandra this time? I swear. Just need a celestial essence for it.
It's
Okay,
safe with
here
me.
goes celestial essence. And we remove the points from this one as well. Gonna be using Under Salves for the health buff. So where's the guy?
Let me clear your mind of regrets.
Soldier, we're removing this over here.
Farewell.
Putting it back into, well, devouring swarm, yeah. Let's go. Attempt number 3 of face tanking celestials. Bear with me for a moment here, chat. That's the wrong portal. Well, the correct sound. So Caligandra, as usual, let's take a look at him on the browser. What is we expecting from this monstrosity? Caligandra, Sign of the Sands. Ultimate level 818. So he also has other celestial have 90s for bleeding resistance, which is not a problem. So he's dealing piercing and physical damage. So he's a lot of physical damage there. Physical damage is not reducing your resistances, so our piercing and physical resistances should be good. So his Sundering, again, he's saying 65, but it's not the 65, it's 92. All the Celestials right now doing is 92 Sunder damage. So physical bleeding damage, he has a bleeding damage as well, which should, but okay, so bleeding damage is reduction of target defensive ability by 524. He's gonna critting me so much here. Critting me so much. He has health regen. Bastard. And nothing else of notoriety here. So he should be the easiest Celestials for this build. The easy of them all. That's how it is. We really need to kill those guys, do we? Let them be like nourishment for my health leech. Well, usually it's a good practice to clear this area anyway. So that's what we do. So nobody interfere, there'll be a fair and square fight.
That skill's not ready.
Right, that's more or less enough for me to face tank. There's a little bit of moving here and there. Bring it on.
That skill's not ready.
Like, we're not even hitting the guy, dude. So thunder damage. 91 damage taken here, 91. Sand Tornado. So like, I guess I can stay in the Sand Tornado is bad. Like, yeah, greatly reduced physical damage. The easiest target for me to face tank. I don't even have a words for this bullshit. Like, can we even face tank those guys anymore? Like, can you? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, more physical, like a defensive ability. Like he has almost 10% chance to crit me there. All right, so that's what we mean. If I don't even know what I shot. And you saw like our
That Smasher
offensive.
is not the highest bleeding buff to Blade Arc, though. Mythical Bloodsong and Scorpius Bludgeon are much better in that regard. Bloodsong plus 2769, Scorpius plus 2490, Gut Smasher plus 651.
So dual villain bloodsong is easy 2.5, right? What about this bleeding buff from Kaliska's Harvest Mate? It's also buffing the Blade Arc, and it's giving you 10% of attack damage to health from a Blade Arc. So the bludgeon, that was my initial go here. Alright, so it was my initial go here. But it's not an X, right? So it's not an X, and you need to consider the Berserker Constellation giving you that additional, like I say, offensive ability, but it's also additional 100%, I believe, more to bleeding damage. Alright, 100% to bleeding damage, and that another 50% to bleeding damage is 15 duration, and 16, almost 1700 bleeding damage every 3 seconds as well. So like you need to add those like 4 stats as well. If you're talking about bludgeon replacing this one. Okay, let's get skill change. Skill change again. Oh my god. Skill change. You require this. Jesus Christ.
What troubles you?
So Shaman, are you
Farewell.
out? The clean sweep, you up? But yeah, just to be just a little bit interesting here. Did we have a better bludgeon? Should have. It's not buff like. Yeah, maybe if you can buff the bludgeon, it will be actually dealing more damage than Crimson Wake. Maybe it'll be dealing more damage. The Crimson Wake here have an additional minus 10% bleeding resistance, which is like important against celestial bosses, because it's the only bleeding resistance minus I can guarantee hit with. Alright. Because like this have only 20% on Blade Arc with okay, around 68%, 68 minus 30%, but now it's like not a channeling build, right? Now it's have cooldown, so it's not really guaranteed. I have more or less channeling Devouring Swarm, which is minus 45 bleeding resistance. Anyway. Greatly reduced bloody physical damage. I don't even know, like, did he hit me for that much, the Caligandra? So damage taken, certain KOs there with one hit. That's what happened. It's not enough to die immediately, but I was just staying in the sun there, and he's like channeling attack.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, that's me, so I didn't apply the shit. The problem is also like I'm missing him like often, even when I hit him. Christina not responding. Last Thirsty of a Blood, huh? Looking interesting. Those plebs, get out. Yeah, like just moving around here, like with my good health regen and stuff. I don't feel like threatened by him. I don't feel like threatened by Tornado. Just move and occasionally try to hit. Alright, there's another miss, by the way. Okay, another hit. So he's on 23 millions already. Die, you scum. Okay, let's require some Arigatos there. Because I dropped to half my health accidentally. Bad chitin. Keep reducing his health. His resistances.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, another bleed applied. Give this resistances. Regard. Running a little bit into the stuff I'm not supposed to run. $20k health. So it's like such a chill, such a chill fight. You know, like even chiller than the Ravager fight. The Mogadran so far was like most fierce fight for this variant of face tanking, not moving a single inch, health regen build.
That skill's not ready.
Mm-hmm. He's on half of his health already. Yeah, Baldwin during the greatly reduced physical damage like a rock. You know, like there's those like rolling stones, right? In this kind of rocks we are.
That skill's not ready.
Famous traveling stones. Okay, let's get over guard. Get hit with a thunder there, accidentally. Because the fight is so chill. It's good chance for me to make a mistake here and there.
That skill's not ready.
Make sure this resistance reduction in place. Okay, thunder, very good. That was Smeeze, but well, that's about my offensive ability. Okay, I was even occasionally greeting him there. There's 11
I can't
millions. Yeah, so I gather you share my impression that the interaction with the supposedly reduced physical damage and the reduced physical resistance is not playing as advertised. Absolutely, dude. It's the second build, right? This build was specifically made for this face tankiness.
Can't do that yet.
Right. I don't know what else we can do. Like, so what else we can do and still can do, you know, damage. So we can face tank and do damage a little bit. Damage retaliation build.
That skill's not ready.
And go all in on defensive ability. Like 3500, or we actually need 3800 defensive ability considering all this potential resistance reductions we can get. Defensive ability reductions. And then again a lot of health regen. There will be no health leash because we'll probably not be able to hit him consistently. We're ready with this build, right? You see, like we fumble and missing him a lot because of my difference in offensive ability and his defensive ability. So ready, like impended me quite a bit. Yeah, so we added the weight skill. So weight your presence, funk your physical tank
That
builds.
skill's not ready.
Yeah, like this is literally worst patch ever, and I haven't even checked the pets build yet. So I haven't been checking the pets build. Minecraft tournament plus Meteor protection, finish items, and absorption constellation. And a second player who does the damage. Okay, yeah. Well, okay, so like, to be honest, like all of those fiendish griefs and stuff, like the damage absorption flat, it weren't items. That is, they weren't working well to begin with, even before 1.2 patch, even before they got asunder. It's just like they're not really that great. They're not really that great in my opinion. But yeah, second player to do damage. That's the greatest plan here. So one goes the tank. Again, like I don't even like know if you can get this like 3800 defensive ability to compensate for all the reduction, to remove all the potential crits from those guys. I don't even know if we can like achieve this. Okay, I should have used the overguard here. Making some mistakes. But yeah, very chill fight. Like all 3 celestials kills, no problem at all. I would say it's a good build. It's a good build, but you need to change one skill point for fighting celestials. You saw it's performing very well in everything else, right? Everything else it was performing very well with. Yeah, you can imagine how tanky pets are when the tank builds cannot tank. Weren't the pets always more tanky? I feel like the pets like always were like more tanky sort of things. Well, the crate. I don't even gonna be changing my skill builds for a crate. We're gonna be rolling with this, yeah. We're just gonna be rolling there with, like, with this right away. And Kalagador defeated. Like, how long did it take us? Maybe 10 minutes actually, or something. Definitely not as long as my Eye of the Reckoning 500,000 K DPS. Definitely 500,000 DPS, rather say. Because he's barely could able even hit him to begin with. Alright, and also relying on the pets. We should have a short leash. Well, great boss that is. So first of all, let's start with those little crates. We're gonna be checking how this works, like a blade arc with cooldown, how it works with on normal monsters. I mean, I imagine not that well because, well, you can only hit like once per 4 seconds. What is this? 3.8 seconds. So it'll be quite hard to clean the shit. Yeah. Not much place to run and around 10 minutes with all the small crates, sir. Good luck with that. Yeah, but we don't need to run for 10 minutes, just maybe for 5, mate. Yeah. Because he has only like what 6 million health, unlike 31. So like if you're looking at the crate in database right now. Crate of entertainment. So stats are all the same all around. It has less bleeding resistance, 89 instead of 94, 5% less. So his total health, like, it's safe. Okay, it's safe for whatever reason for 5 millions, but I believe it's 8, right? Because it's showing me a normal version. Whatever, right? His defensive and offensive also are lower. So if you truly have 2800 defensive ability, I would be able to even to crit him with, and bleeding can crit, alright? So he has reduction defensive ability over here, and a Thunder. I don't know if his Thunder, if they improve his Thunder or not, so we need to experiment with that as well. Just get Thunder and see if it's 91% or not. I think we checked it out on a previous build, but I already forgot the result. Okay, that's the first crate. Second one is in the Temple City. Okay, I just killed those guys, no problem with one hit. But now I can't do anything about those guys, because the skill is still on cooldown. Yeah, it's just like normal attack, yeah. The good thing the Blade Arc have a stupendous amount of targets, right? It's like over the 20 something targets in summary. So like 13 plus 8, 21 targets. We can get plenty of enemies with one hit. Well, not enough. Like sorry, there's a lot of maggots, however. Okay, second crate destroyed, going for a third one. So this version, well, slightly changed in the version build. Okay, let's see how fast this guy like dying. So he was regeneration. I hit him once with the bleeding. He just went and died, right? So he's just going around hitting them like those elites. Should be no problem with this version of the build, yeah. So they hit once and they keep dying. Well, not all of them, that guy is alive. Alright, where's the crate? There he goes. The seal has been broken. That's the third crate. And I totally can face tank those guys, like my health regen just a health regen enough to stay there and do nothing. So I can wait. But it's getting less interactive. Okay, let's get the sword. Another piece we need. Chill hard. Could definitely like just stay there, no problem. Next crate. Next crate. Bring the scene, bring the crate. And one more left. We just hit those guys at the time wrapped. Doing nothing here. Just stay in, face tanking. And he's just dead to the bleeding like 6 seconds. Not bad. Okay, Tomb of Eldritch Sun. Destination for a last grade. Come on, plebs, don't stay on my way. So I would say like the build in again, I'm repeating myself, am I? The build in general not bad. Very easy celestial fights. Not maybe the fastest celestial fights. So I still need like 10 minutes or something for one fight. I don't know, I didn't put the timers there. It did feel like faster than some builds at least. And less intensive. I don't need like, you know, it was very chill fight because I only need to hit him once per 4 seconds, right? I don't need to continuously running and gunning with my range builds, right? And worried about my health, right? So if you're just moderately moving around, I have enough survivability to just not care about like me dying immediately from 1 hit or 2 hits. And periodically damaging, so yeah. I would say that that's a great success on that front, fighting Celestials. Again, not how we intended, how we envisioned it to be. But did we miss like... Oh, okay. I would say it's the last one, but we actually missed one more, did we? We missed one more crate of the chart. There's one more. So I didn't get a message about like something happening. So it should be near this tomb. Somewhere over here. To this side, this way. Rambling wall. Okay, there it is. As Shira goes down my spine, I go to visions. And the voices in my head saying, face tank, face tank. We need to go to dogs. Back to the dogs. For the good thing, I don't need to worry about potentially all the sand around. Alright, we should be able to just go in there and regen my health. Walking and doing nothing else. So no easy cluster required. Nothing of the sort. Blow it up. So the guy that we almost could face tanked it in this version of face tankiness build, it was Lockar, but even Lockar we couldn't like face tank to full duration. We would need to move my character here and there when it was getting bad. Alright, so we don't have a giant blood. Our health regen is not too optimal. But the moment we get heat, getting some health boost. Okay, I'm not even using Oregard here, so Oregard should help me like with the health regen. Yeah, obviously I'm lost here again. Chat, what a surprise! What a surprise! I lost here. Guessing this place. Come on, I just want to activate the altar. Not sure how we're gonna get through the maggots. Maggots could be potentially dangerous. The sounds of the stone shifting. Maggots bleed too. They bleed, but they kind of problem. The Jade is here with the raid party. Welcome guys. Greetings to this super omega lul face tank build with a lot of health regeneration and physical resistance and all of that. So we just stay in like a stone face tank in all of those Celestials. Mogadren, Ravager, Caligadra, all that. The Great Boss is this time for Grace. Great Boss. Welcome guys. Welcome Iron Mask. Perfect moment. So I'm not doing Great Boss in hardcore. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I never killed the great boss here, like, after thousands of hours. My technique is not good for me, like, you know, like, I have a build that potentially can kill it. There was a couple of the builds for sure, but my technique, I'm just panicking, and I'm doing a lot of mistakes, so it's not good. Yeah. Face tank in this context means tanking one hit, giving one hit, and running away for 5 seconds, what we're saying. And then there's a stupid thing. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. There was so many times I died there. Like, just on a good builds as well. Let me put Christina back to action. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I got Christina. So yeah, like this build, we were running as a face tank in Hell's Leech up until Celestial fight. And we tried
Now
every...
that I can camp indefinitely in this desert, even in sandstorms, I like it.
Yeah, we just pass it also relatively easy because of the Hell's Regen. So what happened? What happened, chat? We were using my Blade Arc as a Hell's Reach. Okay, I'm dying. What's happening? What the hell? I need to dispose of the annoying stuff. But when I tried to face tank the Celestials, maybe Mogodren was the best attempt for us. We got him like lower than half the health, with to 10 million health with the face tanking, like solidly staying in one place, and he just killed me. Yes, UJ, take care, have a good rest, and thank you very much for raid. Really do thank you. Really do thank you. So yeah, like face tanking just didn't work in this meta. Like this is my best take on face tanking with a lot of health regen. Okay, so what would be missing is defensive ability. But if you go in defensive ability, I will not have enough offensive ability to actually hit the targets and apply the bleed and stuff. So that's like another problem. We're already like struggling with offensive ability to begin with. Anyway, so Mogodren was the best face tanking experience, following after the by Ravager. Caligadra destroyed me immediately. And Ravager, we got to half of the health. Was moving here and there. Ravager was reducing my mana in tremendous steps, so I couldn't like stay on one place anyway. And then we went to switch the builds to clean sweep, right? So we getting more bleeding damage, but our Blade Arc is just have 4 seconds cooldown on it. That was so much better. Like, it was not the first tanking, but I mean, all the Celestial fights was so chill. Just moving around a little bit, hit them periodically, and they bleed into death relatively fast. So I'm not switching to that Blade Arc channeling for this one. Which is gonna be trying with the bleed. With the cooldown here. The Magus is like the problem. How do we pass those guys? There's one hit on me and I'm dead. Yeah, they're not like dying that fast from
maggots.
No, dude, like they dealing 50 or 40k like damage, dude. It's like not gonna be happening. Not gonna be happening. What I can do, I can slow them down with the Devouring Swarm and try to kill the right one.
Nonsense. Physical damage has been greatly reduced. Laughing face.
Okay, I killed the right one. I killed the right one, so no trouble with Maggots. Like first try. Now let's see if my technique improved at fighting the Crate boss. Probably not. It's like, who am I kidding? My technique didn't improve here at all. So the plan is hit and run. We probably want to use the Blitz here in this part, but let's get me a little bit
Try
more
the
health.
Grey Maybe Runic Purifier build. 33 seconds Ravager kill on ultimate.
Interesting.
Probably the highest DPS build in T update.
Runic Purifier. Purifier is demolitioner.
This.
Yeah, we don't have the links here, mate. Just link me in a private message, please. And I put it in up there. So it's demolitionist plus Inquisitor, right? I never played with runes there, so I don't know how it's. Yeah. Get it me a private message, right? Just click at my name
Bolster 2 greetings.
and send the whisper there, so I can check it out.
I got mine a bit differently build, because the res sucks laughing face.
Okay, so let's try. Meanwhile, let's try the Kraid boss. Again, my technique against Kraid is like really bad, so don't expect me to kill him. But let's see how that's gonna go. Let's see how this is gonna go. So I wanted to check the thunder damage. I wasn't fast enough. Is this working? Is this working?
Looks good. The damage.
Damage looks good, yeah. But will I survive enough?
That seal's not ready.
Like, I didn't meant to get hit there so much. Get out, those crates. Okay, thunder damage 39. So they didn't buff him like with additional thunder damage over here. The good thing they didn't buff him with the thunder damage. There we go.
I can't do that yet.
Come on, is that? Okay, let's totally
GG.
kill the crate, like, no problem. No technique required, just hit him and bleed him. Alright, okay. Easy, so this build can even deal with the crate boss. No problem. No problem. Except the face tank phase, right? Except the face tank phase. So there we go, chat. It's like, actually my first build I defeated crate with. There was a lot of good builds, good potential builds. It's just I was not good like this. The Blight Spirits, the Darish build, Blight Spirits plus Guardians of Empyrean totally could destroy the crate. I was just panicking all the time. This one was just too easy, Right. So it's still like 281k the highest damage here. Well. Let's see about the rewards. I almost like forgot about those. It's 2 blue items. Spectacular. So that was, yeah, crate built in 1.21 patch with face tanking, health regen, build, and a little bit of bleed from a blade arc. But definitely my face tanking is this the one who sold the day. How do we get back? I don't see a portal. There it is. There it is. So time to all the half an hour run, summarizing the build and doing recording for YouTube. Alright, so we're gonna be jumping in Shattered Realm to begin with. Okay, we just probably access over here. And before we're doing this, we probably need to remove that cooldown from the Blade Arc. We already saw how this build behaving in Shattered Realm. Can face stun, there's at least 4 bosses there at the end. So like the face tankiness is there, it's just not enough for this 0.1% of the game when you need to face tank the Celestials here. And Lockhart, okay, Lockhart also 95% of a fight we can face tank, but not a 5 other percent. Right shot, right shot. Let's get the changes up.
I sense turmoil within you.
So removing this,
Farewell.
I'm not putting this point anywhere. I'm not putting this point anywhere. Let's me get Christina down. I'm gonna be talking about all of this build. So bear with me for a moment here, or 35 minutes, depending how long that's gonna be. So here we go. Welcome, welcome everyone. Austeris here. Today we're talking about warder build, bleeding blade arc with well, soldier shaman classes combined. The build that concentrating on the health regen, on the face tank, with a shield, you know, that giving you that additional tankiness. What are you gonna be saying? The bleed performing exceptionally well in 99.9% of all content. Right before the bosses celestial boss fights with Caligadra, Ravager, Mogodren, and Crate. We kill all of Zeus. But there's one change to the build required in order to fight them. You can basically, what we learned from this fight, you can face tank either the Celestials, even with this build, heavily concentrating on face tanking with all this Aurigard, with all of this damage absorption from Menhir Bulwark plus Menhir Bastion. Our best attempt with face tanking like this, continuously attacking with the Blade Arc, was with Mogodren. We dropped the Mogodren to 10 millions, and then my health was bouncing here and there. That additional 30% of thunder damage did play its role, because in the end result is kill me. So before, if you play this build in before this 1.2.1 patch, the current patch, you'll be able to kill Mogodren by face tank and stay in one place. But that additional thunder damage just led me to a moment that I just didn't take enough. Same goes with a Ravager. We put him to half of the health by more or less face tanking. The Ravager was a problem. My mana was problem with fighting this build. Fighting Ravager, he's zapping your mana in alarming rate, so we can stay in one place. I need to move a little bit here and there. I can stay in the blood pool. And Caligadra just erased me right away when I tried to face tanking. Then we switched to Clean Sweep, give the cooldown to Blade Arc, increasing his bleeding damage overall. And all of the Celestials fight and a great boss was such a walk in the park. So we kill all of them. Very chill fights. The build taking one hit there, here and there, it doesn't really matter because of my health regen and total survivability. So we just walk in, hitting every 4 seconds, applying resistance reduction periodically, and that's all. It's very chill fights with Celestials. So yeah, that's a short overview what the build can do. So we're going to be talking about here how to build this build from 0 to hero, early game, mid game, late game, what kind of items, monster and frequently want in those phases, what kind of skills you want, what works, what doesn't work. Then we're gonna be showing a little bit of demonstration in Shattered Realm for the build. So majority of the game, like I say, we played with Blade Arc without cooldown, right? 99.9% of the time. Only Celestial bosses require cooldown for a smooth smooth sailing there. It's a minor inconvenience, but yeah, like my personal opinion on this current patch is like the worst patch there ever been. But still we are persevering with trying to do our best. We're also gonna talk about skilled constellations and weapons, basically constellation-based weapons. Like there was Scorpion Bludgeon, for example, for this build, which is doing more bleeding damage than my current weapon, but my current weapon can it's X type of weapon, which is can proc the enable the Berserker constellation, and we're gonna cover those points, and that's all and more that you can learn here watching this video. So let's go. First of starting with demonstration. Demonstration in the Shattered Realm. Again, with Blade Arc without a cooldown. Okay, we didn't craft the stone, right? We didn't craft the stone. That was why I can jump.
The best I can with what I've got.
So we started with the crafting the Celestial Waystone. The Celestial Waystone. That's the right one.
The Shattered Realm.
Before we begin,
Splendid.
offer to level 65. And here we go, like. So the build there, we tested the face tankiness of the build. We'll try to anger all the bosses so we can. Okay, that's a good test of the face tankiness. Starting with those guys. The build have quite a good offensive, quite a good DPS. So it's reaching 240k still right now. It's starting with 140k DPS, but the moment we kill something, we get in some buff and stuff. It's just like 240. So pretty good in cleaning just normal mobs. Definitely not as fast as my Eye of the Reckoning build with 500,000 in DPS, but really good because of survivability just on another level. You can say we just staying here periodically, casting resistance reduction with the Varian Swarm, and we're killing those guys just fast enough. And we have good tanking abilities here. Again, Celestial fights, that we had a problem with, and also we had a problem with reaching resistances, getting all the major resistances on this build. We compensated with the powders and stuff, and for Mogadren fight we actually needed to go and craft the Storm Shroud Ointment for the additional 30% lightning resistance, because otherwise that was too much of a damage. Alright, my lightning resistance 53 already maximum, and that wasn't enough for Mogadren fight. Yeah, we're killing the stuff, but we're not killing that that fast, in my opinion. Okay, there is some Nemesis here. Let's go and say hello to Nemesis. It's a Chupacabra. Chupacabra have a lot of bleeding resistance. So it's not the best fight for this guy, meaning we gonna take my sweet time killing him. On the other hand, my health not moving fighting this guy. Yeah, we're just not moving with my health at all. Let's go and pull some more monsters to the fray, because we still need to kill more with this Chupacabra fight.
Not ready.
I'm not even pressing over God here for more face tankiness and more health leash. We're just dealing perfectly fine with this, like it is. Perfectly like, oh my god. Bringing him here was a mistake, is it? That some fool just went and healed him. Okay, that was bad. Like I say, the Chupacabra is the worst matchup here. I think it's the guy with the highest bleeding resistance, is it?
That skill's not ready.
Like Ravage, Caligadra, and all the other Celestial have 94% physical resistance. We can reduce enemy resistances by 96%, right? If everything aligned itself well, we have minus 96% resistance reduction on this build, which is more than enough for, you know, fighting everything. Okay, 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. All this like come on, I want to open the chest, dudes. Just want to open the chest. You're in my way. Didn't open all of them. Okay, there's another one opened.
That skill's not ready.
Go heat, so like literally not taking any damage right here. So what we're gonna do now here, testing the face tankiness. We're gonna go and grab all the bosses over here. Those guys are really dangerous if like they're gathering all together like this. So I do need to use Overguard here.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, they're actually very dangerous. It's actually very dangerous here. I don't have like Overguard. Okay, Overguard. There we go. No Overguard. No Overguard. Bastion. But yeah, more or less like 95% of the time we just were staying there and tanking those guys. So yeah, the build featuring a lot of survivability. It's enough for all the content except like a Celestials. It's enough for all.
Well done.
Didn't even try to face tank the crate boss, but like I say, we just switched the Blade Arc to cooldown build, and we didn't need to face tank the crate. We just killed him with a bleed, really relatively easy. Well, all the links to my fight with the Celestials and the Great Boss, all the stream when we're fighting and we're contemplating about the build, they should be like down there in the video description, so check that out if you're interested. I probably will have the separate video for Great Boss fight somewhere on my YouTube channel on the boss fight sections as well. So there you go. There was a demonstration, a little bit slow on the slower part of the DPS, right? 138 DPS here, right? With 40k bleeding and 16k physical. Physical damage is the problem for this build right now, because we don't have any physical resistance at all. But we can like completely read the physical damage out of this. When we switch into cooldown version, the bleeding damage going up to 100k, and it's like really with the duration of what it's like 10 seconds or more. Right, let's check the stats. And then we're gonna talking about early games, what to do early game before end game, what kind of items to use and stuff. But yeah, the stats. A lot of health, 21k health over here. Offensive ability 2800, which is enough for everything against except Celestials. Alright, and Shattered Realms, but we compensated unlike this offensive ability with a proc of Fighting Spirit. Right, it's minus plus 280 offensive ability there, and we also have a Mogodran Howl over here, which is reducing enemy defensive ability at the same time, which is making me critting more or less consistently. Right, defensive ability is also kind of low for Celestials fight, very low. If you really want to face tank with this build, we need like 3500, considering all this defensive ability reduction the Celestial can provide. However, it's more than enough for anything else than Celestials. More than enough. Like 2600 is actually enough. we have a little more than that. And again, we're buffing this defensive ability with some skills, constellations when we get in hit. Armor rating, very good, 98 absorption, but armor rating of 3100, one of the highest armor rating builds we played in a while. And we have 35 bleeding physical resistance at the same time. So I was talking, this build has a problem with getting those resistances to 80. Like you see, physical poison acid resistance barely over the maximum 3%. Same goes for ether and chaos resistance. So we do our vitality, bleeding, elemental more or less enough. Elemental lightning resistance you need to buff with Storm's Shroud to fight the Mogadran. Next up, what we are looking here is Health Regen. Health Regen with normal default mod is 2200 more or less. When we get in all the buff, all the skills are proc, it's around 10k, which is really good here. It has a little bit of energy absorption, so this build had a huge energy problem, you know, energy regen problem. We're gonna be talking about this a little bit, but what we've done in a late game, we put 2 pieces of Arcane Spark with Energy Leech, and it's enough to fight solo bosses and the group. When you fight in a group of minions, you didn't even like solo my energy bar moving that much, so I never used my potion. When you fight in solo guys, also like energy regen just barely, and leech just barely enough to keep you there, but periodically you may be using a health or energy potion there. So now, right now in this version of the build, we don't have problem with the energy, except if you face Tangan Ravager, that is. Bleeding damage and bleeding buffs, bleeding modifier, not the biggest one, 2400 only. It's obviously growing up when we get in buffs, right? If we just go and hit some training diamonds over here. Vanilla Spirit, okay, Battle Spirit. So like 3k over there. We can't get the Battle Spirit because we're not taking damage. So let's go in over the 3k very fast. And bleeding duration all more than 3k, 300% over. So like the bleeding duration of my Bleed FX Blade Arc is approaching 10 seconds when you apply in Blade Arc once. Pretty good in my opinion. Lifesteal is another big thing about survivability of this build. 21% just lifesteal, right? But we also having like 10% of attack damage converted to health from a Blade Arc skill, right? And did we have another one here? I don't think we did. So that's a lot of lifesteal, and all of this just supporting your build. Pretty good if you ask me. And secondary resistances, chance to block 50%, block damage 1400, but it's obviously going up with our guard, 3576% block recovery, so we're blocking very more often. Leash resistance non-existent, but stun resistance 80. Disruption resistance 60, we don't care about. Resistance also X80, and petrify resistance non-existent, which is sometimes in the crate boss fight I got petrified, but that didn't like lead to my death or anything. Alright, so that's the stats. We did die on this build because we were experimented with the face tanking, right, the Celestials with the current version, and how we playing the build overall, we starting always on ultimate difficulty, so it's all this minus resistances, and we play in solo self-found up until level 94, when you're trying to getting some items on 94 from my Grimdawn stash, but before that it's solo self-found. So what we found, we played with that, meaning like our build are suboptimal and prone to dying to some stuff if I'm not careful enough, and I'm often not careful enough. Greatest damage deal, 366k there. It's probably against Great Boss, because before this was 281k. Not bad actually. And with that, that's like we're done with overviewing the stats for the build. Early game. So unlike the previous build we played, when I was like complaining there's no much of a monster and frequent to go early game, this build have a lot of monster and frequent you can farm, and you would need periodically farm in early game. So what I generally recommend for starting with, there was 2 monster and frequent that can proc your Blade Arc. Alright, the Scorpion Bludgeon, which we were planning to play with in end game, but decided that Scion of Crimson Wakes is just better weapon with that additional -10 bleeding resistance for a build. And there is also a Sunclaw Slicer. Sunclaw Slicer, this is what we were going early game actually, Sunclaw Slicer, because early game you don't have that much of bleeding damage, you don't have much of bleeding resistance, right? And generally it's better to use physical damage, alright, a little bit bleeding and a little bit more physical damage. And those monster infrequency are going to be gathering, giving you a lot of physical damage to your Blade Arc. It's also have that attack damage converted to health, so you are covered in terms of survivability early on as well. If you're playing this build on normal difficulty, it's a tremendous survivability just having this 6% additional attack damage from Blade Arc converted to health, but you're getting like way more than this. So Sunclaw Slicer, where to get them? You can get them in Forgotten Ghost DLC, just killing as a Sunclaws, or there's even easy way to get them. So if you have access to merits, right? After you kill the Celestials,
I'll give you a good
not
price on what I've
Celestials,
got
after
left.
finish the game on Ultimate difficulty or on Elite difficulty, you can get this access to the Saber Merits for the Ultimate difficulty, right? We actually need to replenish them here. And just clicking on them, you just automatically unlocking Ultimate difficulty from normal, giving you all the bags, all the attribute skill points you can learn from a questing in a previous 2 difficulties. That's how we jump into Ultimate difficulty, basically. So if you have those merits, right?
Got something you need stashed?
You activate them. You go into normal difficulty.
I'll keep an eye on
Lost Oasis. Right, and you jump in Tomb of the Heretic Skeleton Key dungeon, and there's a merchant right before the end game boss. There is a merchant that's selling these slicers there, slicers and Scorpion Bludgeons you can buy from that merchant if you don't want to farm that the Sunclaws Raptors. But you can farm them easily enough, right? So you just defeating. If you're playing normal without any waystones or anything, you need to kill a warden in order to finish the first act. All right, kill the warden. Then you can get access to this Forgotten Ghost DLC. You jump in Forgotten Ghost DLC and can start farming for the slicers right there. Okay, that's one item that you wanted in your early version of the build. Another one is a Kalikast Harvest Shield. Right, so it's giving you bleeding damage to your Blade Arc, attack damage to health to Blade Arc, and well, it's a shield providing additional survivability for you. Shield also providing physical resistance. Pretty good to have early game. You can farm it from in Eastern Marsh. It's a guaranteed drop from a boss. So after the Burrowed Village to the right side of Burrowed Village, there is the Eastern Marsh here. You need to clear a barricade and rebuild the breach. And near this shrine, you won't have a shrine on normal, I believe, will you? But there is a boss like on a pinnacle of the mountain, and the dog, right? You kill the dog, you get the monster frequent from him. Next monster frequent you want, it's the Kronly Signet. The Kronly Gang Signet. It's dropping from... Okay, let me actually check from where it was dropping from. I forgot, it's before the Kronly bosses, right? So you want to check the database. It just have a blade arc on it, does it? You have a blade arc, laceration. Laceration. So another tip from me: Grim Dawn Tools. Grim Dawn Tools is a great site to check out your builds, to check out your items, to check out the monsters you're fighting against, like celestials and stuff. I'm always using it for planning my builds. So you can basically see. So it's dropping from Darius Cronley. Okay. I mean, it's called Cronley, right? So the boss in the well, you'll get eventually too. In the Cronley's hideouts, you can even check it on the map here where he is, right? This place, Darius Cronley, a major boss for the game, for a main quest at least. So you probably want to get this signet for just restoration, more damage for your blade arc, more damage for your blade arc. Alternatively, you can get something like Legion War Seal, right? More physical damage here, and Counter Strike, which is good for the build as well. So you can get both of those rings from Legion Reputation ring. There's also a ring from Devil's Crossing, right? Devil's Crossing also have level 35 ring, the blue ring that you also can get to trade for your reputation there. That's another item. I didn't actually use the Cronley for my build. I didn't use that ring. I just used random rings for my resistances on ultimate difficulty. But that's because we played on ultimate. Balthazar Crest. Again, you can check when you can get it in Grim Dawn Tools. So it's 100. It's a physical damage to blade arc. And plus 3 to laceration and more physical damage. So you want to farm it. It's a great medal to get up until late game. And there's the stink over here. But what you want else there for amulet, you want Megara Fang. Megara Fang plus 1 to soldier, and other physical damage to blade arc, physical damage to Mogadren Pact, which is you have both of those. And that's another thing you need to farm. So with rings with a medal and Megara Fangs, you can keep this one on lower levels, as low as possible. Well, you don't really care about going and farming them when you get into higher levels, but with the weapons and the shield, you want to periodically farm them, right, to increase that basic physical damage and stats and blocking chance. You periodically want to go and farm them again and again when you get in, like, for example, to level 50, to level to 60, level 74, level 84, those kind of levels. You want to refarm them again and again. Another thing about this build you can do early on is Wasteguard, Devil's Crossing Wasteguard, right? It's level 35, level 35 belts, level 50 belts, and level 70 belts. So you can craft them. Devil's Court, like Devil's Griddle, and Devil's Swellsguard. You can craft them very easily if you have a recipe, and recipe you can get from Reputation faction, if I do believe correctly. Right, what else early game you can use for this build, apart from the belts? That's more or less covered everything. I think that's more or less covered everything. Okay, Relic. So Relic up until end game, I prefer Juggernaut, right? So you see we have a defensive relic here as Menhir Bastion, but I was running with the Juggernaut. You can craft it starting from level 35, and it's a great relic to have for your survivability and for your offensive ability, plus 1 to soldier skills. So it's running it up until a late game, right up until level 94. And then we replace it with Mantir Bastion. Skill-wise, early game, you want. So for me as ultimate difficulty, first of all we jump in and grab the Blade Arc. Obviously, this is main damage skills. We're playing it without cooldown. However, be careful with the Blade Arc. It's very mana hungry skill. Just if you get a Blade Arc, soft cap and laceration, oh my god, like how much mana is consuming. So early game, I want to have all this ectoplasm on my rings. I want to have all the ectoplasm on the rings, as many ectoplasm as possible. There's ectoplasm here, so we put in a rings ectoplasm, we put in amulets ectoplasm, we put in metal ectoplasm. That's gonna provide you with in conjunction with using your potion on cooldown, that provided enough mana to just persevere through that. Later on, when you jump into Shaman, Mogadrin Pact also provided some energy regen, and this is a great boost to your energy regen as well. Right, so we can maybe can go parallel with this, getting some Blade Arc and putting more points into Mogadrin Pact to balance its energy consumption. For me, it was important to get a field command for offensive ability on ultimate difficulty. Not sure it will be right for you on normal. Right, 1 point into Counter-Strike would be good. You don't need that much of overguard to begin with early on, so 1 point should be enough as well for extra health leash. I did went a lot in veterancy for health leash early on. Health regen, as I say, health regen. Veterancy, and then we climbed the soldier tree to get the manufactured bulwark for that additional damage absorption and more like health regen as well. So that's provided me an easy early game. Another thing about early game that I didn't done, but I do recommend it for you to do. Right, you see we have War Cry and 1 skill points there, and we have Terrifying here. Terrifying, this is like giving me that 18 reduction to target resistances. But because before level 94, your main damage will be physical damage, instead of Terrifying 3 points, you won't actually max out Break Morale. So you're reducing enemy physical resistance more, and then you're gonna get maximum out of your build. Also, a lot of people that play in a soldier want to put 1 point at least into Blitz, so it's giving you that mobility. With me, I'm using always like the Rift Tier and Evade as mobility skills, so I don't feel like I need anything else, but there's definitely additional mobility with Blitz. Additional skill to press. You don't have many of skills to press in this build to begin with, so you definitely can fit it when you want it. So 1 point into Bliss is also recommended to have. Alright, Shaman. Obviously, we don't care much about Devouring Swarm early on because we will not doing that much of bleeding damage. But later on, you want the Devouring Swarm. Like I say, earlier on you care about Mogadrin Pact, that's the only thing from Shaman you care about of. Right, you see we also don't have like Wendigo Totems for health regen, which is, would help a little bit with face tanking. But we decided not to put any points into there. So that's early on things. Another stuff I want to tell you about early on game. You want to get to Rend as fast as possible, so you getting this additional -32 bleeding resistance and start to level up the Rend skill as early as possible, so preparing yourself to late game. That's all. Late game. What kind of a gear are we using on this build? Let's see. So again, there's only one monster infrequent we're using on this build. Is Calica's Harvest Shield. I didn't roll any good affixes with this one, over lots of barricades, so it's giving me a lot of physical resistance, 50% physical resistance. But I didn't roll like offensive ability that we wanted, right? Not aggressive or aggressive affix or anything. So you can basically farm this a lot until you satisfied your like your curiosity, your need, right? So we needed here Ether resistance and we needed here Chaos resistance. I also was trying to get any Ether or Chaos resistance rolls on the shield. I didn't get lucky, but I didn't like farm it for that long. So that's the first item we using here. Seal of Blades we're using as the component. It's additional 5% damage attack leech, right? 50% bleeding damage, 30% flat bleeding, alright. We also have whirlwind blades, which is piercing resistance, armor, and well, bleeding to anything that get like 5 meters radius to you, bleeding damage. As a component, as a powder for weapon and the shield I used in early in favor, it's a Black Legion augment. It's not much of the bleeding damage, but it's also giving me the piercing resistance, so I'm piercing resistance over 56. We don't have like that much of good bleeding damage powder, right? There's couple. I decided to go with Legion powder for that 10% for a chance for 200 to all damage. If that's proc with my bleeding, it's a huge boost. Set we're using the Blood Rage set. The Blood Rage, Endless Frenzy, 4 pieces of the set. Attack speed. So attack speed is something else we haven't talked about it, but we have. Let's see. Pretty decent attack speed, 156% without buffs. When you're buffing this, getting all the buffs applied is maximum 200% attack speed, so there's no problem with that. So Mystical Blood Rage Cowl, +1 to Shaman, bleeding damage to Savagery, which you don't really care about that. But it's have Blood Frenzy, right? Normal enemy dying, restoring my health, getting more bleeding damage, more health regen, more attack speed. There's a buff. The set bonus is giving me a bleeding damage to Blade Arc. More bleeding damage to Blade Arc. Yes, I'll take in. 3 pieces giving me a physical resistance. And it's also giving a Blood Rager ability. Right, so a chance on critical. Not happening that much with celestial fights, but happening pretty often with fighting normal stuff. More bleeding damage, more attack speed. Right, we haven't sanctified bond here for Chaos Vitality resistance. And Vitality resistance, Ether resistance powder. It's just like my Vitality resistance is 22 over the maximum. Right, shoulder pods. Attack damage converted to health. That's why we're having this 21% life leech. Blade Arc. We have a lot of skill plus in Blade Arcs. So make sure after you get all the sets, go to your go to any of the mystic spiritual guides and remove the excessive points from Blade Arc. In the current patch and the previous patch, they show in red the skills that have excessive skills, right? That are over the hard cap. Next, we have the Blood Rage Court, the part of the set. We have in here the Titan Platin for that prisoner resistance and reflection damage reduction. So I saw that this build, I was feared this build would have a problem with damage reflection, right? As we had with my Eye of the Reckoning build. So we have also 50% reflection reduction here. Where are the stats? 48% reflection resistance. No problem here, no problem. My health regen, my health leech, allowing me to, and that 48% resistance reduction allowed me to just attack the guys with the reflection shield without taking any damage in return. Basically, my health's not moving there. So, and the last piece, last piece here is Blood Rage Gem, +1 to Soldier, more bleeding damage to Blade Arc. And we have an Arcane Spark from here for that energy leech late game and offensive ability. So like late game we have no problem with my energy regen whatsoever in this build. 2 Arcane Sparks, Mark of Consumption, that's you can craft this if you have a recipe. More bleeding damage to Blade Arc, another damage health converted to to health on the blade arc, right? So we have 10% over here, I have 8% over here, and 21 health leech, life leech. So it's a lot of health leech, right? So we're using what else we have? All my javelins and rings we're using the Survivor's Ingenuity. They will cross in array augments. 20% more all damage and 2% offensive ability. There's another augment you can use here that's giving you like 50% bleeding damage and +2 to offensive, but you jeopardizing your offensive ability even further. So you can maximize this offensive for, well, you actually, like I say, you're actually okay with 27 or 26 defensive ability. So you can go and use that that augment. I think it's augment from Malmoth resistance, I believe.
Got something you need stashed?
Let's see if you have it here. Bleeding damage, bleeding. Let's see. Malmoth resistance. Okay, so 50% bleeding damage and 2% offensive ability. You can use this for maximizes your bleeding damage even further. But I prefer this Devil Crossing one, which is quite rare for me to use it. Rings. For the rings we have in Blue Rings set, the Wanton Carnage, 2 pieces, more attack speed, more laceration, more bleeding damage and duration to bleeding damage, right? With 2 pieces of a set here, more offensive ability. So there's a couple of other rings you can play with here. Like I say, the Cronus ring, which is a good affixes, could be good to begin with, and you can easily farm it. There are some other rings that can be easily farmed. Some of them I didn't even had to begin with, but like the Jackson's Lucky Bullet, right? That's one of the rings that provide any offensive ability, so we can play it with this. There's some Magi rings from Court of the Magi in Skeleton King Dungeon of oh my god, Forgotten Gods DLC, right? I mean, the one we talked before, Los Oasis, basically. So there's like some rings that drop in from Magi from first boss in that area. Also, I haven't talked about the much enough about Blade Rage Frenzy, right? So how to get this, right? How to get how to faster farm this set. You just need a recipe for a helmet. If you have a recipe for a helmet, you can craft 4 helmets and use
I sense turmoil.
and use in an inventory.
Let's see what we
There's
can
a
put
transmute tab, which is you can open either in but completing the quest in Forgotten Ghost DLC, or you can if you have the Crucible DLC, you can go to Crucible and the inventor there will have transmute ability by default, so you can put the gear here and you can transmute to other piece of the set, of the same set that you have.
Safe out there.
How easy is to farm the set here? Right. What else here? Artifact, relic, Manhur Bastion for more survivability for me. Shield block chance, +1 to soldiers, but you can go more bleeding damage for you here at this point. It doesn't really matter. +1 to soldier. There's a couple of good relics. Make sure it's the one giving you +1 to soldier, because it's huge. Soldier is your main class over here, and giving one just +1 to a soldier from something is just additionally +50 or 16 points into skills you have. Belt, we have Chains of Orleans here, right? +1 to soldier again. Some bleeding damage, right? So we replace it. But if you get lucky enough and get 2 affixes and 2 good affixes on craftable belt, you can as well run with that. Pants is Barbarous Chaucer's, basically for offensive ability. 136 offensive ability, health regen, some physical resistance, and it has a battle cry, so it's another skill that can boost your damage in a further 25% chance to proc when you hit get hit, and 150 additional damage for 10 seconds, and total speed. So it's a great stuff to have. It's a great stuff to have. Right, boots. I decided to go with Storm Titan Trance again for my resistances, right? Like poison acid resistance this time around, because we are lacking. So sacrifice. There was no boots here for offensive ability, was it? So there's 2 boots we were contemplating for
Got
this
something you
build.
need stashed.
Let's see. That's the one. This one over here, the Windshare Greaves, which is giving you defensive ability, but well, it's also have poison resistance. So we're completely between 2 of this. Okay, so this one is just having more armor value. That's why I choose them. But the Windshare, to get an additional defensive ability, not gonna be helping that much with celestial fights again, because you need, like I say, 3500 to guarantee, almost not guarantee not to get crit. But yeah, that's like another defensive option for you. Right, weapon is Scion of Crimson Wake, bleeding damage to Devouring Swarm, but more importantly minus bleeding resistance for Devouring Swarm. Combining all these minus resistances we had, we can reduce enemy resistances by minus 96%. Not that big compared to other builds, but that's enough to fight Celestials. And especially this one is good to fight Celestials because it's providing additional minus 10 to Devouring Swarm, and Devouring Swarm that's something minus bleeding resistance, something I can get like guaranteed to hit Celestials. So we have a proc. The Blade Arc has a proc of Rend, 20 chance on attack, right? But when the Rend go in, it's more than 20, is it? No, it's 20 chance on attack. But when the Rend go in to have cooldown, it will have like 68% chance of something proc. However, it's still a chance, right? Devouring Swarm is guaranteed proc, and it's also proccing a Mogadren Wolf sometimes, so that's why it's, this X is just generally better than a good Scorpion's Bludgeon with good like bleeding affixes here in late game. Lastly, the gloves. The gloves I went with Grasp of Unchained Might, more bleeding damage, attack speed, plus 2 to Blade Arc, more weapon damage to Blade Arc, and Eternal Trauma to Blade Arc. So I don't care about the Eternal Trauma. 20% of weapon damage to Blade Arc is good enough because, well, Blade Arc have a lot of weapon damage, 225%. And if your skill have main hand weapon damage in it, meaning he actually benefited him from that global life leech you have, right? Not from life skill life leech like we have it on the shield, for example, 10% of attack damage converted to Blade Arc, but this life leech over here, if a skill have that, it's benefited from life leech. And we have here Blade Platinum on this as a component, alright, and the gloves, just to get in that additional offensive ability, yeah? Alright, and for boots we get a Mogadren Mark. Didn't mention that, did I? So let's cover the gear. Next point to make here is skills, and then we're gonna go into constellation. Like I talked before, main class for this Warden build is soldier. I am trying to build as tanky as possible with a lot of health leech and health regen. And because we go in a shield, we have Overguard, very important skill here with Markovian defense procced, so we can more survivability even. We have the shield training, right? Not a hard cap. This could be like 1 point over there. So minus shield recovery and block chance. We have military condition for more physique, more health. We have veterancy, like I say, that skill we started early on with, so getting that health regen. Alright, veterancy. Also about early on game that I forgot to mention, you want to get decorated soldier higher than it's currently. We did remove some points in end game from decorated soldier. Probably can remove everything from this, but get elemental resistance from it as well. Scars of battles, bleeding resistance, increased armor absorption. Alright, field command, squad tactics for more attack speed, damage reroll. Menhir bulwark over here, alright. Physical damage, absorption, health regen. Physical damage would need before late game, correspondingly, and main damage and skill blade arc with laceration, right? Maybe this build will work as a tankish build would work better with blitz for sure. Like I say, we don't have a blitz over here as mobility skill, but I do recommend it to take here additional mobility skills, especially because you have a lot of free space to put the skills, right? Not much of the skills here we use in. Speaking of which, the mainly brass units from item. Anyway, this is a blade arc build, so obviously we just for my principle, I'm not using a blitz. But you can have 1 point on that for sure. Fighting spirit, very important for that boost of offensive ability later on, especially. So we can guarantee crit for more as well. And Warcry with Terrified in late game for the additional 18 reduction, right? So, and don't forget about Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, just anyone hitting you, 25% chance to activate it, and they get in retaliation a damage of a little bit of bleeding, like 7k bleeding. Okay, I'll take it. 1 point, sure. Mogadon Pact for Shaman, Heart of the Wild, Orc Skin. You can put more points into Orc Skin for more like defensive options, right? More armor, right? And late game Devouring Swarm, that's important. It's minus 35% bleeding resistance and additional 10% with my axe, right? So it's all leading to minus 45 bleeding resistance. You also can put 1 point to the Wendigo Totem, removing it from like I don't know, from a Heart of the Wild, for example, from a veteran, from this decorative soldier, right? You're gonna be removing decorated soldier points. So there's 2 points over here, 3 points, 2 points in decorated soldier, and you can put that 1 into that Wendigo Totem, and you can level up the Orc Skin a little bit higher. Anyway. So this minus 45 resistance reduction, providing with 32 bleeding resistances over here, plus 18 here. So Terrifying and Rend giving you 15, right? And Shaman giving you that additional 45, so it's making 95% minus 95 bleeding resistance. We're missing 1 point over here, so it was minus 46%. In general, minus 46. Minus 96% bleeding resistance overall. Good enough to fight Celestials and great. That's all the skills. Next stop, Devotions. Devotions. And like I said before, it's very important to get this Huntress and to start leveling up Rend early on. So what you need for affinity here? You need Ascendance, you need the Chaos, and you need Eldritch. Alright, and for this we went into Night Talon early on. Alright, the Lizard. Obviously we removing some points from a Crossroads. It's already like optimized constellation here. So Talon, Fox, some Crossroads, so they're gonna enable you to get the Hunters there. Enable to get the Hunters. Now the important constellation is mid-game, early game is Carrot of the Dead. Carrot of the Dead is providing you with Wayward Souls, health restoration, defensive ability, armor. I just literally play in every of my builds right now with Wayward Swords with the Carrion constellation. It's literally everything. It's so good in ultimate difficulty, and probably will be good for you on if you play in a hardcore for this build. Right. Next, what we have is Lizard for health regen and getting this Primordial so I can get the Behemoth. Behemoth constellation, like I see we didn't finish it, because I benefited. It's giving the same bonuses as the Berserker. Alright, so we're removing some health regen over here. What we need here is Giant Blood. Giant Blood for more survivability, more health regen. And then Berserker, we wanted this additional offensive ability out of it. So that's why I finished the Berserker and the bleeding damage for my... bleeding damage, like physical resistance health leash as well over here. So that's another reason we're using this Scion of the Crimson Wake instead of the Scorpion Bludgeon, because it's an axe as well as a slicer, right? But it's better axe than slicer. Better axe than slicer, and it's enable you to use the Berserker Constellation. All the benefits of this Berserker Constellation, which is huge offensive ability boost and a decent amount of bleeding duration, bleeding damage overall. Lastly, what we have is here is Mogadran Wolf. We have Mogadran Wolf here, and Mogadran Howl. We didn't max it out, didn't have enough time to max it out, this constellation. Like almost there, but not really. When it's buffing, it's minus enemy defensive ability, meaning we're creating for more health regeneration for me, more bleeding damage, more attack speed for me. Right, in order to get this constellation, however, we need to put points into Throne and into Owl. Right, so it's like kind of constellation that we need to deal with. The Owl, however, giving you this duration, right? 50% bleeding damage is 15 increased duration, so it's not entirely wasteful, and it's providing also with some of damage, some of the resistances, right? Piercing resistance, Ether resistance, Chaos resistance, and we struggle with Ether and Chaos resistance on this build. And last constellation, we also haven't been finished yet, but it's a Ghoul constellation with the Ghoulish Hunger. 100% chance on my health dropping to 45%, getting this, again, huge health leech, a little bit of health regen, and more physical resistance boosts. So good for Shattered Realm. Good for Shattered Realm for sure. Right, guys, that's all the constellations. That's all there to talk about the build. I'm disappointed about the build. Could not face tank in a face tanking mode the Celestials, but when we switch it to that cooldown on the Blade Arc, the Celestial fight was so easy. Like, it was literally a walk in the park. Again, check it out. The link below in a YouTube description. It should like link into this current stream when we fight as the Celestials and the great boss with this build. But build overall is performing exceptionally well in every scene. There's a little bit of modification, like I said, to skill if to fight the Celestials, but everything else, like Shattered Realm, Korvac. The only problem I have with the build, maybe, it's a DPS, right? It's going up to 240k with the buffs, but it's on the lower side, especially compared to my Eye of the Reckoning build. So the DPS on the lower side, but we know for sure that nothing gonna be like killing us. Yeah, nothing just gonna kill us. We can face tank from a sun. All the bosses I killed before Celestials, I face tanked them through the thunder damage. Like, just I was staying in one place and face tanking. The first problem with the face tanking we met, it was the locker fight. So he's dealing this huge thunder damage as well, and huge damage. So like 5% of the time, 95% of the time we were staying in one place, but there was a time that I need to run a little bit to get my overguard out of cooldown, so I can face tank more. So that's the locker was a problem for just staying in one place and face tanking, but he wasn't good enough to kill me. Anyway, that's all, guys. Thank you very much for joining me here. I really do appreciate if you put that follow for YouTube channel. We are struggling here financially, and I just struggling to pay my bills. to pay my bills. We just need that. If you have a means to support, I really do appreciate it if you can. If you don't, just following me on YouTube channel or well on Twitch channel as well would greatly benefit me. Just watching. So on YouTube channel, we're trying to reach this 1,000 viewers, so get access to monetization and ads. So that's gonna help me greatly with paying my bills. Alright, so I appreciate it. It's Supreme Intelligence. If you're watching it on Twitch right now, the YouTube channel is Supreme Intelligence. Right, so greatly appreciated you've been here, greatly appreciated watching. We're done with this Grim Dawn build. We need a couple of days for planning for a next build, and most likely it will be pets. We haven't been checking out how bad the pets became in this current patch. Everything else we checked, it's feeling bad so far, and that's what we're gonna do. But need 2 days or something to plan. We also maybe gonna be checking Last Epoch, the new season of Last Epoch. So there'll be even more powers for the Grim Dawn builds. It's just a warning.